Okay. All right. First of all, I would like to pay homage to the Triple Gems. They are Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. And also respect to all venerables who are the most senior monk and all the senior monk, and also dear all friends and all the practitioners who are follows monk chat for uh, this Facebook live. Hello, good evening, all the way from Thailand to all audiences. I am Venerable Sontavi Intasauro. Today I feel very grateful and very happy to meet you on Facebook Live again. And welcome you all once again. Welcome back to This is a Monk Chat Facebook Live. It's a program to share the Dhamma talk. Something is were interested by the foreigners and also useful for daily practicing in life. And today they are Venerable Somboon will be my partner to share and talk about the Dhamma talk, which is concerned to our main topics today. I personally really like this topic, which is bring me ground myself, especially in this present day. Everything clearly changed during these 2 years. Okay, first of all, I would like to let Venerable Somboon, who is my friend, who is my partner today, to join our talk today. Yes, please, Venerable Somboon, make a greeting to our audiences, please. Hello. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. So again,
Oh,
so
you didn't. Okay.
Namaskaran, Than Son Tavi, and good evening from Thailand for all, and from uh, everywhere. So today I'm very happy to be here once again. I'm with the that I like having me to be. With the live again for this week. So, as Prasan mentioned earlier, that the topic we discussing today, I think it's quite very um, well how to say in well speaking, and people are very aware of uh, the change
Mm-hmm.
that we have
Yes.
been facing throughout maybe is over 2 years within in this situation. So I think it is very interesting, if you like to share and have any idea or opinions on like what have you changed throughout like a couple years. We are going to share
Mm-hmm.
and learn and what we can do with the changings now today. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And hello to Mr. Towaisa. Uh, he said, "Good evening," and I don't know who is this, but his name Wanes. Greeting and Satu Satu from French. Okay, he or she from French
Mhm.
is following us right now. Okay. Um, well, today as we have mentioned in our title, we will concern to how to being peace. Uh, oh, she's from France. Thank you so much for let us know. Uh, So today, our intention, both of us, our intention to share this topic in order to persuade you, to motivate you, to uh, deep questioning about your life, and deep questioning about yourself. That uh, why uh, you get difficulties, why you being uh, in the stress and tension and a lot of worries when you face with a lot of change in life. So that's why uh, we today uh, going to research and going to uh, allow you to uh, slowly think and contemplate that what it's really cause, what is really cause of our mental problems, our uh, issues in life. When we face a lot of changings in life, especially um, they are both, uh, those condition or those problems that cause from we call the disaster or natural disaster, which is out of the control. But there are some condition that we are is under our control, uh, which is cause and being a matter that change our life. Change both our physically and mentally. Today, what we are both going to share is uh, doesn't mean that it's all right or judge something, but it's going to present that uh, it might be from this cause or it might be from this source that cause us are not familiar or being suffer when we facing changings in life. So finally we will find that how we will being peace or being happy in the midst of change. So I think that is very interesting to follow, and we both also looking for some comments. The most important thing is we also would like to hear from you, like 9 viewers right now, 9 and 10 viewers. Uh, if you would, uh, if you don't mind, you can share, you can like this Facebook live to your audience as well. And we also looking for to hear from your question, your comments, and we will share and learn together. Uh, so all right, Venerable Somboon, would you tell us that why in general people in general situation, we have facing different things in life, we gain something and we lost something, and we truly know that it's sometimes it's permanent, those things, but it's difficult to make up our mind, manage our emotion when we really face that problems.
Mm,
Okay, even monk, uh, even myself, uh, and when I have learned so many things, but sometimes when we face something change in life, also difficult to accept. So what is this cause that shape us to slowly to get difficult to detach with something that we owns in life, we hold some things in life.
mm.
uh,
Um, Actually, if we observe our everyday life now today, I think one of the habit that we, all of us, I think most of us, we get used to. We are like a controller.
mhm.
It's like we are like a boss and trying to control
Oh,
everything what we want. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for example, in our life, we have the smartphones and we have so many this kind of um, how to say convenience thing that's allowed us to have a very comfortable and very convenient light. We want like we want the light and we can speed it on. And we want
Yes.
cold water and we just like we can have it in the refrigerator. And when we want to have we want to take a shower with the warm water, hot water, we can heat it up. So things are convenient because it's just a
Mm,
click. It's it's that's why that's kind of habit cultivate us. We are like a it's like we are have a power to control everything. So that's kind of thing allowed us to make us to ignore something or not aware of something that is not under our control. you know so that's why one thing is not going what we want or what we cannot control it, we feel we
mm-hmm.
feel we feel how to say um we confuse and why it's not happen what we want to control it want it to happen. Because that's kind of expectation because we don't
Right.
know in reality we cannot control everything or we cannot make it happen what we want. We can
Mm-hmm.
control something, you know, something in very little actually, but we are not really aware of like something that we is not that is not controllable. you know. So that's why one thing change, you know, and is not happen along the way that we want. It's like it's conflict. It happen inside us. The first thing, why is not happen? Is supposed to be like this. It shouldn't. It should be like this. It shouldn't be like that. I want it to be like this. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
it to be like that. This kind of misunderstanding caused us to feel to how to say unsatisfied when one thing is not going like we desire or what we want. So that's why this kind of conflict, or which we call in Buddhism we call suffering, or dukkha, simply dukkha,
Mm-hmm.
because of the changing. You know, it's not changing because we change it, but because of its characteristic of things that is subject to change. So that's why, without realizing this kind of changing, we don't see as a some as something ordinary. That changing is something very simple, ordinary, and it's universal. So that's why that is the reason why we like feel uh, suffer when things
Right.
change.
Right. So this is one source that Venerable Somboon take as an example that it could be from our daily lifestyle that we get used to things that we are able to control surround us. But it doesn't mean that you are wrong to use those things. No, but it's just to show you that it could be from uh, that familiar or what we consume in daily. For example, Venerable Somboon gave an example that when you jump into the car, you uh, also can control, that uh, speed. For example, you can go fast, you can go slow. When you jump into the uh, lift, was that lift? You can decide to uh,
Mm.
go which floor you're going to um, go. When you enter to the room, you can decide to So that's why this gradually distort our feelings of um, uh, distort changing, distort uh, what we call the impermanence. So that's why our habit, our habit are shaped in this way. So when something don't go as we want, don't go as we expected, and finally, we easily to fall, with that situation. So this is one source of the um, what we call the unpeaceful mind. That
Mm.
when we are among, are amidst, the changing, and we don't have many weapons to handle. So something happened uh, in life. We only have a one choice is to being sad. Being sad. We have only one choice is to feel disappointed. You know. So if we have uh, wisdom, if we learn different ways, for example, learn different Dhamma, different mythology to deal with different problems in life. Now we have a choice. Now we have ways to turn your life from a negative way into the positive way. So I think that's very important to in search and also research into ourselves that um, uh, why when we face changings in life, and why we are difficult to jump from this problem. So, Venerable Somboon, would you like to add something more on this uh, um, on this part?
Um, yes, what's changing? I would like to give some maybe tell you one of the the thing that it's relate to our life, our human beings, and what we mostly um, we can simply what we mostly attack or cling, and we don't want it to change, in most of our
Mm-hmm.
human life, that's we call the worldly condition. That's what we uh, associate with, what we associate with and what we have. And that's kind of thing. There's eight, we call it eight worldly condition, what we uh, every single one of us. And this is the mindset that we are supposed to have. And this is the mindset that the Buddha trying to tell, spread this teaching, that this kind of thing will be with this world, wherever you are, or whoever you are, or whatever you believe, or what uh, national you are. So this kind of thing will happen to every human being. So what are eight worldly condition? First is called gain, uh,
Mm-hmm.
gaming, and the second one is loss, gain and loss.
So they come as a couple. So
Yes,
two side is a
yes,
positive side and negative side.
uh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is like pair. There are four pair.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, four pair. And the second pair is flame, flame or rank, or like frame, rank, or position, uh that kind of thing. And dignity. Yeah. Dignity is like when you lost, when the flame was declined, or when
Mm-hmm.
you lost your position. Like you used to be very respectful, but one
Mm-hmm.
day or um, maybe we have done something mistake and people like no longer respect or no longer have a trust on in you, you know. So that's kind of uh,
Mm-hmm.
declining. Is another pair is flame and dignity, and the third pair is obscurity. Obscurity is like a power. Uh-huh. It's like a power, like we used to have the power to order, to dictate, and to control things and that. But one day we don't have that kind of power. Uh-huh. So that is we call um, blaming. You know? And people used to very how to say please, but one day they turn, you know, and change to blame. And the last pair, um, blame and scrutiny, or blame and praise. Yeah. Blame and praise. Yeah, sorry. So for blame and praise is like someone like in life, somebody like tell you, oh, this guy is very a nice person. He like for example, Venerable Somboon is very nice monk. But one day,
Mm-hmm.
uh, people when if I like do something wrong or maybe anything that is not going along, and they just like blame, you know, or maybe look down on or whatever, it could happen. So this kind of thing, it's we call as a blame and praise. It's another pair, and the fourth pair is the last pair is happiness and pain. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness and pain. So happiness, of course, in our life is like up and down. Sometimes we are very happy, very enjoy with life, you know, very entertained with life, you know. But one day when
Yes.
things decline, you know, it is very clear when like the coming
Mm-hmm.
of the COVID, you know, people cannot travel, you know, they stuck,
Mm-hmm.
and those kind of that's kind
Yes.
of ability, that's kind of it's like we are losing that's kind of happiness, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And some people even like when they lost like their beloved in their family, they suffer pain, you know. So that's why this kind of unexpected an unexpected situation could happen anytime. It's not under our control at all, you know, this kind of thing like this situation. So that's why happiness and pain is another pair. And these four pair or eight worldly condition is the condition that um, arise with our human society, with this world. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why if we have this kind of mindset, it doesn't mean that we no longer suffer, you know, but at least it helps to understand, oh, this is what things happen as they are, you know. So this is to help us at the beginning, as in the to have a correct mindset, we call right thoughts. And initially, even though in deep feeling, we still feel don't really, cannot really accept the truth, you know, but it's helped to decline that's kind of uh, strong clinging. So at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of consideration again and again, and we learn gradually when in the next coming, the coming change, we will be able to handle it easier. And this is allowed us to be able to be more mindful what whenever
Mm-hmm.
we begin or when we have flame or whenever people treat us, oh, you're a good person, or whenever you're happy, even when you're happy. So this kind of thing, oh, now happy. Maybe the happiness is not something that is always be there. It could be changed. So this kind of
Right.
mindset allows us to be able to prepare when things come to change. Yeah. So that's why this is the first mindset that the Buddha trying to to tell people not to be heedless about what we having or what we gain nowadays.
Right, right. Okay. Um, First of all, I also would like to take a greeting to all audiences first. Right now, there are um, also our viewers from Thailand and from all over the world. Um, so they go in up and down between 15, 12, 13, you know. So I'd like to encourage all of you that right now, um, both of us are discussing and sharing about being peace uh, in the midst of change, which is uh, it's a topic that we also facing in daily life in daily basis. Uh,
Mm.
So that's why uh, I also would like to encourage all of you, all of the audiences now that also learn together that for you yourself, you know how do you handle with change in life in your life. So when you face the difficulties, uh, why you feel that it's difficult, why you think that it's very difficult to release yourself from that issues or from that problem. Even some of you have learned many. Um, you have already got mindset, like Venerable Somboon have introduced you that you learn to have a mindset to be a tools to manage your emotion, to manage your life when you face a lot of changings in life. So yes, I would like to encourage all of you to learn together, question this together. Uh, Hello, Mr. David Berlud. He comes again from last week. Good evening from, I think that he's from America. So thank you for joining us again. Uh, so as Venerable Somboon have told us, four pairs, four pairs, sorry, four pairs, which is has two positive and negative, gaining and losing. You gain power, and you also will lose those power.
Mm.
And you talk about one thing, position. Uh, It's clearly show that during COVID hit the whole world, many companies, many organizations cannot run their work properly, and so that's why technology, for example, online, uh, play very important role um, to to integrate, to connect people from all over the world. This to be one growth internet, you know. So that's why some people who work as um, the coordinator, or who feel that pre-COVID, I mean pre-COVID, you feel that, oh, this is my permanent job, I get well paid already, so you feel safe, you feel happy with your job. But who knows, one day you don't have those job already, because technology or AI take over. And this is going to be happen again throughout the future, when all these technologies and new tools, new inventors come to take over. If you don't aware and change with the trend of the world, if you attach to the same thing that you love, or even you appreciate it, but one day all these also will turn it away, and uh, all the people will pursue to learn a future skill. You know, so all these show us that changing is come through us, you know, anytime. You know. But the most important thing that Venerable Somboon add uh, at last is uh, learn to be mindful, learn to uh, quickly accept quickly accept some signal. So all the changing, it will slowly show some signal to us. For example, our health. Now I'm young, I'm a young monk. I don't
Mm.
I don't have to go to hospital every week, but I found some signal now. I found signal in my body. It told me something. For example, uh, I uh, I'm easily to get tired, because of uh, getting older. Get, so it has some signal, or you feel pain of your knee when you slowly stand up, for example, like this. So all this signal is slowly tell us that changing is coming, but we have to learn how to be aware and quickly accept this changing in order to uh, learn how to gain wisdom, learn how to observe the environment around you, that how you're going to adjust your skill, adjust your mindset to compatible with the world current affair, or the uh, as the way it is. You know, don't let all the what's it called, the distortion, the idea of the permanent, that, or the idea of attached to same things, take over you. You know, learn to adjust, and we learn to get ready all the time to be peace in the midst of change. Uh,
Mm.
so Sina, Sina, wow, Merry Christmas. Yes, today is the uh, Christmas day. This morning I saw one pictures. I really like it. Uh, it's a cartoon picture. It's a cartoon. Uh,
Mm.
so Buddha bring cake for Jesus. Yes, and celebrate Christmas Day together. It's very lovely picture. I saw in my Facebook this morning. Yes, Merry Christmas, everyone who is from Europe, America, and who is uh, uh, Christian. Yes, have a nice day. Yes, Venerable Somboon, would you add anything
Mm.
concern to this?
So even in this very difficult situation, but people can really find their own happiness, and even in the middle of change, So that's why I think that is how wise people are. That in some people are very have a very difficult time, and but some people can find the happiness in it. So I think uh, that is what we can do. That even a very difficult time, if we change our will, maybe we can find happiness in a difficulty. You know. So that's why I think here um, it is very important when we come to to find out even changing can bring us
Mm-hmm.
many different kind of difficulty, conflict, a chaos, chaosity. So many terrible thing, and actually, but if we, how can we find peace, and happiness in it? I think this is a point that we can bring to the discussion. That, and if you have any like, how can you find happiness in your way, like living in this kind of situation? So please share us that I
Yes.
would feel like
Mm-hmm.
no, and from everyone that do you have
Mm-hmm.
like your way to gain your happiness, because happiness is important
Mm-hmm.
for human life, you know. So we are it is true that our life we have to our life need to treat by happiness, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
anything that we do with happiness, it's like it's motivate life to live on, you know. So we are not really in indulging in the maybe always in the sorrow or depression. So I think um, the point, how can be easily to be happy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Even we lost, you know, even we were blame or maybe in pain, or I think that is um, the important question, you know, to our and to everyone actually. So so that's why uh, I would like to uh, like put the question, you know, in this point, that can we really like in a difficult situation, can we like keep our own happiness, you know? So I
Mm-hmm.
think that is quite interesting, you know? So so that's
Yes.
why I think being prepared, we have many like some people are very happy, you know, when they had opportunity to give to help other people, to share, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that these people are very wise, you know, to still in a very difficult situation. They don't really like um indulge with that kind of suffering, or is not going along with what like many people complain, you know. Oh, economic, they or many things that it had changed because of the condition, but some group of the people
Yes.
find their own happiness by, oh, this is a good opportunity to help, and it's a good opportunity to share, you know, and to see it as an opportunity rather than the problem, you know. So I think that
Mm-hmm.
this kind of point of view is very important, that sometimes we tend to ignore, or maybe don't
Mm-hmm.
really see, and actually in this kind of um, difficult situation.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I agree that Venerable Somboon talk about um, different people have a different. Okay, maybe we put down it. Okay, Venerable Somboon, I think we keep the question first, and we will read uh, after a while. Okay. Um, Venerable Somboon talk about different people have a different uh, life chapters, life um, uh, lifestyle. Yeah. So that's why the way to gain happiness of each person also have uh, different ways, and um, also their problems also have different uh, problems uh, for each. So that's why uh, for the solution or suggestion that we are discussing now and introduce you, uh, you can learn and apply. uh, you can learn and apply to different lifestyle, uh, different uh, peoples have different chapters of life. Yeah. So it's very important to learn different good things from different religions, and uh, also different thinkers, different uh, philosopher, and you can apply uh, what you like, what is matched to your lifestyle. For example, if you learn Buddhism, you really like the concept of let go, uh, let go, learn to let go, uh, and you let you just learn to apply it when you face the problem. But some people, you confuse, you don't know how to apply the concept of let go. Sometimes it's too difficult, so you can learn other method. Uh, you just learn to some uh, some guru, they might have other technique that let you experience uh, that suffering first. Learn until your mind gets stronger, until uh, your mind absorb to that difficulties, and your mind yourself will automatically getting stronger, and you have a stronger immunity by itself, so some guru, they might guide by that way, so that's why of course different people have a different lifestyle, so the way you apply the Dhamma also should be wise and should be um, good selected the right one to your lifestyle. Okay, Venerable Somboon, should we read the comments and answer the question directly, or would you like to say something more about this topic first, or we just jump to the question?
I think better jump to the next question.
Okay, yes, I also agree, because Venerable Bhikkhu Perp, right? Perp or Pap, Viang Sawan. His English is very good. Yeah. Okay. I'll read the question for everyone. Okay, I have a certain question to you, Venerable. My question is that we people are now living in civilized societies or rapid global development, but people's mind tend to be unsatisfactory. Mentally illness comprehends well with tanha, craving. So tanha is craving. Um, is okay. Unsatisfactoriness came to be, but sattha, willingness, is also tools for my suffering soul. Uh, could you explain? I think it will be explain or expound. Explain me clearly. What's the difference of tanha and sattha? So the point is, how is different and what is different between tanha? Tanha is craving, stand for craving, and sattha, willingness, or sattha could be means confidence, or could be means viction, conviction, some different terms in English. Uh, so tanha and sattha, you know because in the same time we should uh, when we drive our life through different things, we need power. We call the willpower to to drive through different problems in life. Uh, But how can we know that uh, our willing is not cravings? Uh, how to know that it's sattha, which is leading to good things, leading to something more prosperous. Right. So I will let Venerable Somboon start first. Yes.
Very very interesting questions and
Yes.
very
Mm-hmm.
useful question. And
Mm-hmm.
this is very very deep teaching in Buddhism when we talk about tanha and chanta. Mm, Pretty much time people like even Buddhists also misunderstand, and we could not really distinguish which is tanha and which is chanta. So it is very close. Sometimes,
Shanta.
chanta. It is very close. So tanha is a very clear. Uh, is a very clear. It's about craving, and another one is chanta. Chanta. It's if we translate into in English, I think the close translation could be aspiration. Aspiration. Or you can use a willingness. It's okay, but these kind of thing,
Willpower.
they it's if we plus in this, it's become desire. The desire, but there are two different kind of desire to do something. Desire is a nature, but there's certain kind of desire that is not skillful and unskillful. Or in terms of Buddhism, we call it wholesome and unwholesome. So tanha, if we compare tanha and chanta, it's like positive desire and negative desire. So for the negative desire could be tanha, and negative desire could be chanta. So this kind of in Buddhism, we don't say that desire is a bad thing or is not good or something. In the Four Noble Truth, it explained that tanha is the main cause of suffering. Tanha here is not chanta. Chanta is different. Tanha here is that this is rather be like selfish desire, the feeling like fulfill one own being. It will come up with selfish. It's come up with self. It's come up with ego. That's its tanha. But chanta, it's about the willing to do something skillfully and smartly to for oneself and for other people. So this is about to the desire to treat oneself smartly and treat other people smartly. That is basically is not considering about the is not harmful. Oneself is not harmful for others. But tanha could be like it could harm other people. That's kind of desire. Do not care what people feel or the harm other people. Harming.
Okay, hello, Venerable Somboon. So internet signal is weak now. All right. So he's explaining about the tanha cravings and santa willingness. So tanha is
Hello?
the power. Hello? Okay. Are you coming back? Hello?
Hello? Sorry.
Yes. Okay.
In the connection.
Anything can happen in the Facebook Live.
Okay, we are back.
Right. Yes. Yes, we're getting back. Mm.
So uh, Danha once again, and actually it's composed with many different things, you know. So it's about, if we look at um, uh, the right chanta, it's going to be it's involved in part of the noble eightfold path. That is
Mm.
the willing to follow the path. uh, it's the
Mm.
willing to not give the food to the tanha. So what a tanha is, the desire for sensual pleasure for oneself. You know, we like our life, we need like sensual pleasure most of the time, from consuming, you know, from taste, from seeing nice thing. That's kind of sensual desire is one of the tanha. And another tanha is the desire to exist, want to become this, to be, how to say, to be um, to be special, to live in more self, you know, to make this kind of self to bigger, you know. So that is we call the desire to exist or becoming. And another kind of tanha, another kind of tanha is the desire um, uh, to vipawatanha, the desire not to become or what we have already become, you know. So it's like I don't want this kind of
Mhm.
states, you know. So like I am a monk, I
Right.
don't want to be a monk, you know, but now my state is a monk, you know. So
Mhm.
I don't want to be in debt, you know, in like in debt, but I had a lot of money to pay for. So that's why that's kind of unwanted uh, uh, existence, also one of the considered as a tanha. So these three of them considered as unskillful, you know, unskillful desire. You know. So much of the time is leading to suffering. You know. But chanta, it's a way, is mixed with the right understanding in the noble eightfold path. You know. Right understanding is about the right thoughts. You know. So it leading to the desire, leading to be selfless. So I think comparing with the, if that kind of desire leading to be selfless, uh that is could could be could consider as chanta, uh or reducing the we call a atta or self, you know. So that's why um, between tanha and chanta, sometimes if we do not explore or or understand clearly, sometimes we understand a chanta as tanha, and sometimes we understand tanha as chanta. So that's why it is very, we have to
Mhm.
very clearly uh, distinguish between these two words. So we can check it when we are suffer, you know, any action. And that the first checking point is that whenever you feel like unsatisfactoriness arising, like happen in your
Mhm.
life, uh or you suffer with something, uh that is a result of tanha. uh So that this is the checking point. But some kind of desire that you the more you do it and you are happy, so that could lead by the chanta. But the difficulty is that sometimes it's given happiness and like it not the result is not coming out at the beginning, or what or why we're doing, you know. So sometimes it could lead to the misunderstanding between chanta and tanha. So here is that is the checking point. You know, any
Mm-hmm.
action that the result is come to be suffering, that is led by tanha. You know. But this kind of
Mm.
understanding we have to um, clearly find in many different other factors, and that's involved in, especially the right understanding about the no, the Four Noble Truth, uh, is about the
Mm.
cause and effects. Now, if we understand this, we can check our our own desire, it is tanha or chanta.
Right. Yes, one thing that Venerable Pico he point out in his question is about the people who are living in the civilized society, which is full of all the facilities already. And I think that this these societies that full of all the facilities, it also has a negative part to uh, learn how to train our selfish desire or our ego. You know, the more we own things, the more we would lead or drive our life through, you know, the current of tanha. Because all the people are doing a competition to get higher ranking and gain position. You know, the more everyone uh, drive their lives, you know, by this power of tanha. You know, of course, there are more problems in our societies, like the people's mind that he had mentioned. The people's mind tend to be more unsatisfactoriness, you know, because of all the people trying to drive their life, you know, from the power of tanha, not from their uh, willpower or shanta to develop each individual life to liberate from the suffering. Uh, So each individual life, uh, when it will run under the power of tanha cravings, uh, it's will more gaining, you know, and uh, accelerate our ego. And many people talk about the system of education in this present day is also is a education for gaining ego. You know, you get PhD, you get, I mean, some, you know, some when they don't know the exactly point, you know, why we have to reach that point, for what. And after they gain those position, after they gain those qualification, you know, they trying to use those power, use those uh, knowledge to what we call the harm, uh, harm others, harm others anymore. For example, in this present day, there are also uh, the group that talking about they do the experiment by using the
Hmm.
animal to be the tools, you know. So we harm them, but those are doctors, and those people are super, you know, super genius, you know. But you see that there are also harm. uh, Harm is not right livelihood sometimes. Sometimes it's more like a harming others. And the more we follow this uh, power, you know, the more our mental quality, you know, it's stop in that level. And finally it will bring you uh, not to the developed level. And I would like to show this comment from Miss Sina. Sina, she also shared that Tanha created from uh, external influence, like wanting to have a special, superficial, super, that super natural things. I think is a negative, and Shanta is a natural desire for action or feeling or keep progress. This is a positive way. So it's a match with the explanation of Venerable Somboon that he said Shanta is uh, the willpower which is generate from inside, from pure mind to follow the path to want to have a good life, want to have a right livelihood, want to have a right speech, right action, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration, right view, and right thoughts. This is all this path is will leading to get more developed and prosperous in the uh, Dhamma world. Yeah. Okay, Venerable Somboon, would you like to add anything on this topic? I think that it's also, uh, I mean, people now sometimes if they lack of passion, lack of cravings to do something, is will also be more dangerous. Uh,
Mm.
it will make them feel discouraged to live life. You know, to live life. Can we can see that some people give up their life and do nothing. They just wait, become a beggar. You know, because no more tanha, no more cravings to do anything. So I think we need balance. We need some boundaries, right? To use tanha.
Uh-huh.
We can we use tanha, right? In life.
So tanha, it's maybe neutrally. It
Mm-hmm.
neutrally mean desire. Both tanha and chanta. It's a desire is not good or bad, but it's not a negative or positive desire. Like I really love
Mm-hmm.
the Shina said about a natural desire. So did it happen? It is a very natural the desire, but what is not pure is not skillful, is not good for uh, living things. It's not good for life with tanha, because that is led by the impurity, led by the how to say ignorance without consideration.
Mm-hmm.
But chanta, it's one of the quality that leading to the success. You know, even any kind of success, if we have these or of we call quality to success. Therefore, actually, tanha is not a chanta itself, but there are other components that is have to come up with the chanta. Nah. That is a chanta, and
Mm-hmm.
the second one is virya, efforts. Nah. So tanha itself, sometimes when tanha arrives, we suffer immediately. Because you have that kind of like this very strong desire to get to have to be that kind of thing or become that kind of thing. But chanta has come up with like efforts, you know effort. And the third one is come up with the uh, uh, chitta. It's about the thinking, criticizing. Yeah. It's not about, oh, I decide and I want it, but it's about consideration, using wisdom. Yeah. And the last one is investigation, vimangsa. It's about the how to say scrutinize all the information and checking what we are doing is right or wrong. It's checking the results or evaluates that what we are
mm,
doing is like what we suppose we have this kind of we have the desire to do something or chanta to do something and we put an effort, nah? And we think that this is maybe the result is going to be like this, and then the outcome of what we have the intention to do have come out and check it is go along what we want or not. You know? So this is kind of we
mm,
call chanta to do this kind of quality as supporting each other. So when things come to success, oh, it's
mm,
really come out to what we um, expect. Then you have more energy to practice more or do it more. Like for example, you do good thing and you are happy. So that's kind of uh, chanta at the beginning. You keep small, but you put in action and you wait to see that oh what is the result of like giving away, surrendering away. Oh, I feel more peace, you know. So now you realize and that is put more like the chanta, the willingness is stronger. Now you have more energy, efforts to practice. Now again, thinking, consideration about sharing is more, and the outcome. And this kind of thing is a process of leading to progress, to progress or development. This is this kind of we call desire is leading to progress, and the word progress is very important. And another side, tanha, is tend to decline. The decline most of the time it's leading by emotion. Emotion like anger, for example, greed, for example, greed, hatred, delusion. Sometimes it's come up because tanha is not is no about the jitta or criticizing, thinking deeply, investigating the outcome and the way that they're practicing. So that's why chanta and tanha is uh, something is more clear now on this point.
okay, I'm sorry, the internet signal is getting
Mhm.
weak. Okay. Okay, very nice, Venerable Somboon. I think it's um, quite informative to answer this question from Piku Perp or Pap. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name incorrect. Vieng Sawan. Piku Perp or Pap Vieng Sawan. His question is such a uh, knowledgeable and informative. He explain as well about how cravings affect to our our mind to feel to be unsatisfactoriness. All right, so let's get back to our main topics today. Is the being peace in midst of change. So on and on that we have been discussing um, for the conclusion that how we can be peace in the midst of change. The most important thing is uh, we should learn to have this mindset as our background in the every single of our thought, every single of our expectation or do things in life. That everything is impermanence. The most important thing is ground this concept, ground this mindset uh, in your mind that uh, everything is will keep slowly changing. Uh, what we have seen today is the past of the future. Is will slowly changing like this. And the second is what I have summarized from Venerable Somboon explanation is learn to be mindful. Very important. I think mindfulness is it's as a whole is everything.
Mm.
It's something that we should not neglect. Uh, if anyone able to being mindful uh, whenever you are in very rushed, very uh, difficult situation, but whenever you are mindful, mindfulness come, mindfulness come, your wisdom will arise, will will arise and help you to do anything based on reason, based on right uh, thinking, uh, right thought. So all this will slowly uh, shape you, will slowly guide you to being in peace, to be able to stand in the midst of change. So the most or the main pillar is learn how to be mindful. Mindfulness is the center. If you have this main pillar, you can also uh, learn to adapt, adapt other method. Uh, but if you lost this mindfulness, you know all that all that method that you have learned to fix this problem, so they are not uh, come and arise in your thoughts on time. So you you have already being sad, you have already uh, uh, being unhappy for a while, and later on, uh, after you get calm, uh, and after that you will realize later that, oh, because of I uh, don't being mindful enough, and uh, I make my you not make a effective decision already. So this is some of the conclusion that I can uh, make a conclude myself uh, from our discussion. And I'm really sorry that my internet signal today is not going well, and sometimes I cannot catch what Venerable Sombun speak, and I'm facing many difficulties today. I sometimes I see Venerable Sombun's face freezing his face, and his audio is cannot transmit to my headset really not really smoothly. And yes, of course I have to let the Venerable Sombun make a short conclusion once again on our main topics today, how to be in peace in the midst of change. Yes.
Oh, are we come to an end? Is this the
Hello.
last section? Hello?
Yes, 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 now I can hear you. I'm sorry.
So, is this going to be the last session for today discussion? So I will.
Yes, yes. uh,
Okay. So for our discussion today, actually, the topic is about being in uh, peace in the midst of change. Yeah. So I would like to leave level with the proverb. it is said about time and teeth wait for no man. Nah. So time and teeth wait for no man. So that's why time is keep always running, is not waiting anyone. Whether we happy and happy, is always keep changing. We lost a game, so we are whatever situation we are in, it always keep changing itself. Mhm. So that's why the point is not about worrying, oh, what is going to happen, or what I have already lost or have done a mistake. I think the most important thing is that what we are doing now and how we really feel. And this is, I think, much more important than worrying what's going to happen in the future, or what's already past. Yeah. So that's why living with the present moments is the key in this situation. Whatever is gonna keep changing. You cannot stop the time. So like the Buddha said that uh, he give us he trying to remind us. He trying to remind his disciple all the time, especially monk. So monk, we need to keep remind ourselves all the time that day and night have passed. What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
What I am doing? So this
Mm.
question we need to
Yes.
keep remind us and ask ourselves,
Mm.
day and night have passed. What I am doing? I'm doing a good thing. I'm doing a bad thing, or I'm doing nothing. So I think the answer is what are you going to use this very little time, this lifetime, for what use for what? Use for the benefits of yourself or for the benefit of others. And I think this is a very important word, or the teaching taught by the Buddha. And day and night have passed. What
Mm.
I am doing. Yeah, so keep this sentence in mind, and you will be more can help to be mindful,
Mm. Mm.
and we can easily not very worry about the future, and we
Mm.
can let go what already have passed. So I think it's very helpful. So this teaching
Mm.
of the Buddha, and that's what I would like to uh, share to everyone for our today discussion. For our today topic is have been a wonderful discussion, and there's many questions that asked, and many sharing in our with our life today. And thank you very much for all the comments and all the suggestion, all the answer and question. And for until next time, we'll come again and for next week, the same time, and every Saturday, right, from Thailand. For our today section, our discussion, our live today, I would like to end up with the short meditation practice, and practice a loving kindness meditation together. I would like to request and everyone to join us and practicing meditation together for a short time. Yeah, okay. So now just relax. Just relax. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and practicing meditation together. Now we are spreading loving and kindness and all the good deeds, good action throughout the day that we have done, whatever Thana or generosity or the precept that we have observed, and any kind of good deeds that we have done today. We're going to spread this kind of generosity to all kind of living beings. Firstly, the greatest giving is a forgiveness. So now join me to spread loving kindness together. May all beings subject to birth, aging, illness, and death be happy. May all beings be free from enmity and illness. May all beings be free from exploiting each other. May all beings be free from physical and mental suffering. May all beings live in peace and happily, free from all suffering and danger. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu.
So thank you once again, everyone. So for our life again, so we're going to have weekly. So please feel free
Yes.
to join us, and we are very happy and welcome everyone. So if you find that this is useful, and another way you can share this live and video to those who you love, who you know, your friends, and helping each other sharing. And thank you very much for today, and still next time.
Yes, thank you very much.